How
Give
is
us
everyone
just
tonight?
a second while we
Try to retweet this as soon as it
we
tweetles up.
are back, baby.
We did have a inordinate
Post.
long time away.
Well, I posted a video 2 weeks ago from the farm.
Aha.
Wasn't very long though. Welcome to the show, everyone. My name is David, and this is somebody who has a name.
Oh,
Yeah, you have a name sometimes.
my name's Jeff.
Welcome to the show today.
Yes.
We have topics to talk about and
Yes.
things we're going to do.
And
And will we get to all of them? Who knows? You'll have to stay until the end.
bunny trails to follow.
Correct.
'Cause
So,
we like
give us some
bunny trails.
stories. What are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about suppressed or not suppressed. Is it have to do with the arming of people? And then we're going to talk about Juneteenth.
And then I ran, and then you ran,
I am running
and then we
wild.
ran to Iran.
Yes, and there we ran and then
Well, something
if-
to do with
if
that.
you-
Something happened with Iran.
Yeah.
Who knows? People said it wasn't going to happen.
All right, and then if you try to run in a campground, you can't. You can only ran because it's always past tense.
Correct. Exactly.
So then we're going to talk about mutilation of children.
It's
sounds
always
like
a fun
fun.
topic. It's always a fun
And
topic.
pride and bam,
Bam, bam.
bam.
It's one of my favorite stories.
And then we're going to have a science corner.
Yep.
So let's start off this wonderful thing about the Second Amendment.
But first off, you went cruising for a bruising. Oh,
I
wait. Did you get bruised? Or
I
did you
did
just
not.
go on the cruise?
I did. I just
Just
went
went
on the cruise.
How was
Yeah.
that? How was
It was
that?
wonderful. It's
Did
nice.
you like seeing the mountains?
I have
the
never.
Alaska
We went to
territory?
Alaska, and I've never seen so many mountains, ever.
Yeah, and just explain a little bit. You are where?
In Utah,
Okay,
and I've never seen so many mountains as we saw in Alaska.
because we got the mountains in Utah as
yeah,
well.
but they got the mountains, and so
They
it
outdid us
was-
on mountains. Did they steal them from us?
They got, it was incredible to watch, and we had something that's unique to Alaska happen to us.
You met a bear.
Nope,
Oh, good.
that's not unique.
Okay.
We had 7 days of no rain
Oh,
and
that's not
no
unique to Alaska.
mosquitoes
Oh, the mosquitoes.
and no
That's
mosquitoes.
very unique.
It's
Because it doesn't rain here that often.
No,
Or in
but it
summer.
rains. It rains there almost all the time, and that's what was unique is that we go up there and expect at least to rain on us a couple of days, and
Yeah.
it never rained, and
That's
we didn't
nice.
have any mosquitoes
The boat ride was nice, smooth.
till the last 2 days, and then you get up on the top, and it was wiggling,
Yeah.
so it didn't bother me any.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice.
You got back from your cruise, and I'm back from Wisconsin. It's much greener in Wisconsin. Did you know that?
Yes, I do.
There's like rain. You know what rain
happens.
is, right? You've seen that?
I've seen it.
Okay, because it doesn't happen here much.
No, it didn't happen at all to speak of.
But it was nice and green, and I made some of my clients jealous of the greenery that
There
they
you
have
go.
up there
It's green
and they don't have to run water on them.
to
Their
keep anything
crops.
alive.
So, yeah.
Cool.
But we're back to
And
our
we're
regularly
back.
scheduled program for now.
Yep.
Who knows? We might have another interruption at some point. So,
Does everyone know what a suppressor is?
it's when someone sits on you and suppresses your ability to leave.
That's a depressor because they're putting you
deep.
depressing. Yeah.
All right.
A suppressor just adds a tube on the end of your gun.
Actually, it's PPE.
It is PPE.
Okay?
Absolutely.
I think it should be qualified as that. I think that's
Exactly.
very important.
It is PPE because it helps protect your hearing.
It makes the bang bang of the pew pews a little quieter.
That's right. And so the big news is the Fifth Circuit Court, they ruled that suppressors are covered under the
First Amendment.
Second Amendment.
Sorry.
That's what, Second Amendment. They're covered as part of the Second Amendment because they're part of arms.
It's like my arms.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like your arms. And
Show off
so
the guns
that's,
occasionally.
and so it'll go to the Supreme Court, but they only have one step now. And the next step is actually the Supreme Court. And the way the Supreme Court has been ruling, they will uphold the Fifth Circuit Court's rule.
Or what they'll do is just say, we're not going to do anything.
Which will uphold it.
Correct.
Yeah. If they just, we're good with where you landed.
Yep.
So that'll be awesome because they got rid of the $200 tax fee, and now you can get one without it. But at the same time, you still have to file for it, wait for it, and everything else. And it is PPE because I know part of my hearing's gone because I grew up shooting and never
pew-pews.
wore
Did you
any.
know? Did you know
type
you
of-
can 3D print suppressors?
Yes. They don't last very long, but yes,
Well, they're also cheaper.
correct. But if
Pew,
they
pew.
no longer have that waiting for the tax stamp stuff, you will have a flood of cheap ones on the market,
Yeah. Okay.
and they'll ship them straight to your house.
Because I'll need to get some pew-pews, some pew-pew suppressors too.
So it's good news.
It is good news. You know, this is a good news show.
It is a good news show. We're just talking good news today.
Well, we actually try to be hopeful and joyful about the news most of the time.
Yeah.
But
so
let's talk about the holiday, which is today.
Yeah.
Which
Juneteenth.
I'm weird. I let my employees have off all federal holidays, so
So they were off today.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
I was digging a hole in the ground, and it's real hard around here because the dirt's mostly rocks.
Yes, it is mostly. It's not dirt. It's rocks with a little bit of dirt in it. Yeah.
So tell us about this lady, Sarah Fields. First off, if you want to know anything about the
Easy for you to say.
Carmelo Anthony trial,
Yes.
you should follow her. She did
Yes.
great. She did great coverage of
Yep.
it. Awesome. So definitely follow her.
Yep.
But she also made this interesting post about Juneteenth,
Juneteenth.
which I think is I think she's
It's
plays it
accurate.
pretty well.
So you got to remember what's Juneteenth. Juneteenth.
Celebration of freedom of the slaves. Something like
No, it was a celebration 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation because information took a while to get places.
that. Yes, it did. It took
And so it
forever.
took-
Well, just think about it. We have cell phones, so I can just call you in Alaska and we can have a chat. How long does it take to get from like Virginia, which is where they ended the war, right?
Yep.
To Texas, where there was part fighting in the Civil War.
And not just get there. You have to send some form of official documentation.
Yeah,
for
so it
to
wasn't
be
just one
believed.
guy on a horse.
Right. You can't.
It's
I'm not
probably
going
a
to
bunch of
believe
different
Joe
people.
Bo
It's
that just rolled
probably
in.
a bunch of people.
Yeah, I've got to send some form of official.
So you're talking
like
a
military
while.
to get there.
Yeah.
And that's basically what happened. Is that it took 2 years to get
To disseminate the news that
News
the war
that
was
the-
over
the-
throughout
and
the country.
and slavery was abolished. That's the other thing.
Yes.
So it took 2 years to get to Texas. All right. Now, who had slaves and who fought on the South? And who started the Ku Klux Klan? The Democrats.
The Democrats.
The Republican Party was actually started in response to the Democrats'
They were abolitionists.
Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, and that can be seen today
yeah,
with the SBLC's funding
exactly.
of the Ku Klux Klan.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
And so her last statement is, I think it's hilarious and accurate. Juneteenth is a celebration of why the Republican Party was established in 1854, the abolition of slavery. Only a flaming incompetent idiot would give the party of the donkey any credit for Juneteenth.
Correct.
So
Very
anyhow,
well said.
follow her on Twitter.
She has some fun takes.
She has some fun takes, but she's also a very accurate reporter. And
She's very
done
good.
a
She
really
actually
good job
actually tries to
to act
she's
like a
not worried
reporter.
about being first.
Yeah, she wants to
She
be accurate.
wants to be first if she can, but she wants to be right.
Correct.
She'd rather to be right, which
So-
is a whole slew of other issues that come with people who are trying to just be first, and we'll get there.
Yeah.
But this is a fun story. So if you didn't know, FIFA is happening. What's
And if-
FIFA?
It stands for World Cup.
Big soccer matches are happening.
Yes, in the U.S. In the
Um,
U.S. First time in
It's been a while.
a long time.
Yeah, it's been a real long time.
So some of the things that have been happening is we've get a lot of people from other countries coming into the
Yeah.
U.S.
All over the country. French,
All over.
Germans.
Right. And they're coming to all over different spots of the
Italians.
U.S. as well.
Yeah.
So, for an example, the Irish team was playing in Boston. And this story is about, because all the Irish people, not all of them, of course, but a bunch of them went to Boston.
Yeah.
And so what did they do? First of all, the plane coming over from Boston
Their only complaint was
they
it
ran
out
out
of
of
beer.
alcohol on the plane. They bought it all and drunk it all.
Yes.
So they come to Boston, and they didn't drink all the beer in Boston, but they
They
drank
tried.
enough.
They tried their best.
They did try their best, and they drank a bunch of pubs out of beer.
Yeah.
And then what did they do once they were drunk? They went around the city and put traffic cones on the heads of all the statues.
Now this
they
is
could
something that
find.
happens in Ireland a lot.
Yeah. Well, and it's not harmful.
It's not harmful. It's just funny. So people were like, "How did they get all the traffic cones?" They planned ahead. They had friends in the United States that they purchased and shipped traffic cones to, so that when they got there, they would have traffic cones.
To put on all the statues.
Yeah.
And so once again, but all these people are freaking out about it, and it's just hilarious.
Oh, it's great.
There's
great
no
fun.
damage. They've just got traffic cones stuck on their heads.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was hilarious. Anyhow, that was
It's a
hilarious.
great story, but I think it's a great example of that. This is probably one of the best marketing plans for the U.S.
Yep. Good
Because
PR.
mainstream media, which is almost dead in the United States, is live and thriving in other countries.
Yep.
And they just bash the United States
All the time.
constantly.
Yep.
And so these people are coming here like, it's nice.
It's not like you told us.
One, it's safer than our country. Two, they have more food options than our country. And the people are nice.
And our grocery stores are huge.
Yeah, we'd like to do things well. That's what the thing I was talking to my wife about a little bit. Is like I didn't realize that Europe was 20 to 30 years behind the U.S. in just variety of offerings.
Yeah. Well, it's not 20 to 30. It's more than that because
And she pointed out they have massive VAT taxes, and that's one
Yep,
of the reasons.
they do.
And that is true.
Yep.
If you didn't know
and
what a
not
VAT
not just VAT taxes.
Yeah, but the VAT tax is the worst, and the reason it's the worst is, say you're the end seller and I'm a manufacturer. I build something and you buy it from me. There's a 30% tax put it on between it. So if I sell it to you for $100, then your cost is 130.
Yep. But
Well,
then
guess
if I
what?
sell it to a third person,
Yep.
there's a VAT tax between us.
And so
And
it
then-
keeps on going. And
Yeah.
so what happens is these Europeans don't realize that they have these massive amount of taxes on them because it's hidden through the supply chain.
Correct.
So it's bad. They should just
So,
fire their
One
their
other
leadership.
story on this same set
Yeah.
is the
Oh, this one, the TSA story?
they've evidently fallen in love with ranch dressing. And so some of these people have been trying to go into their flights to return with these big bottles of ranch dressing in their carry-ons.
Yeah, and don't do, TSA has come out and asked, please, you can't take large
And then
bottles.
some of them, even funnier, some of them have even tried to chug the ranch dressing at the TSA line because they couldn't take it in. They're like, let me chug it. And so TSA has actually had a hilarious time with this.
Yes.
And they've been posting on the official Twitter account for TSA, please stop, please don't do this. Yeah, and it's one of those things, it's just
Yeah,
hilarious.
comments are pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yes, ranch dressing is good, but I don't actually think Hidden Valley is just the best. But
It's
I like avocado lime ranch because I'm a little weird.
Well, and the thing about it is, what cracks me up is, I guess these people don't realize it comes in a powder form.
Yeah, but so one thing people are mentioning is they don't have the same type of yogurt we have or the other things. And so even if they take the powder with us and mix it, it wouldn't taste the same.
It'd be close.
It'd be close, but it wouldn't taste
And it
the
wouldn't
same.
weigh 40 pounds, and you wouldn't have a jug the size of
Just check it.
your head.
Put it in the
That's
checked
what TSA is saying. Please check it. If you go to the TSA post that I had, I
This
think
one
that's
here.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please put it in your checked bag. So that's
Make
our,
sure you put it in a Ziploc bag and then in your check bag,
Yeah,
just
exactly.
in case it actually pops. Then get all your clothes messy.
yeah, you'd have to.
It's
Yeah.
a pro tip.
Pro tip. All right.
All right, what do we got?
Iran.
Who ran?
I
Ran.
ran.
Where'd you run to?
The bathroom.
Oh, okay. I guess that's a good place to run to.
I mean,
So there's something happened with Iran while you were gone.
well,
Actually, when you got
actually,
back.
yeah,
it
when I
was
got
Wednesday.
back, but it was happening to get to that point.
So
It's the-
first off, let's talk about Trump's birthday.
He had a birthday,
Sunday.
didn't he? He did.
He was 80 years old. What did they do?
They had
Some
a
people
big.
punched people in the face.
Some people got punched really hard in the face. So that was pretty
UFC.
rough.
If you guys didn't watch it, I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of the people punching each other that much. Occasionally, I've watched it, but it's
But they had a big bunch of matches right on the White House
did.
lawn.
And on the same day, Trump announced they had digitally signed a memorandum of understanding.
Right. And he didn't release the details until yesterday?
Yeah, it was Wednesday. Well, no, Thursday.
Thursday, I think it was. I don't know. They didn't release the details
And the
until
reason
this
for
week.
that, so JD Vance came out and did a press conference and had a bunch of questions. And his speculation is they were trying to translate it into Farsi.
Oh,
And then we had to make sure that the translation into Farsi properly
was accurate.
reflected the MOU. And so that's probably the reason it took so long. But there's been people out there speculating like crazy what was in the deal and everything. But yeah, on
But it's
Trump's birthday, he ended the war in Iran.
Yep.
And then he had a massive UFC fight on the lawn. He's doing some fun stuff.
Yep. So part of the memo of understanding is they have 60 days
To get the final peace treaty.
to get the final peace treaty. And some of the pieces of it are they can't enrich uranium to weapons grade anymore, ever.
And they're going to dispose of their current uranium stash.
But they could, if they wanted a nuclear power plant, they could enrich it
And
to
someone could sell it. Nothing's
Right.
set in stone. This is just, hey, we agreed on these things.
that. Yeah. But the
So-
important part about that, if you ask me, more than anything else, more than the words that were used, because it was very legalese. I read the entire
course it was.
thing. Was what Trump said earlier. He said, "We killed all their top leadership," and then the next set of top leadership came in, and we killed all of them.
Yep.
And then the third set of top leadership is who we're negotiating with,
Yes.
and if they don't abide by the stuff, we'll kill all of them.
In addition,
It puts
the amount of damage they've caused to the country is probably in the trillions. And so the thing that people have been coming out is in the MOU before any of the details are released
Correct.
is that the U.S. is going to spend $30 billion to rebuild Iran. Well, Trump said, no, that's just fake news. And he said 30 million.
300.
300 million. No. First off, in the MOU, essentially what the $30 billion is, none of it is coming from the U.S.
Right.
Is all the countries around them is saying, hey, Iran, you're willing to let them invest in your country.
Right.
And so
to
what that
make
does
a
is
moderate
creates
country.
tighter ties between all the countries in the area, which makes it less likely for them to kill each other.
Because that's the one difference with this war in Iran this time, is that Iran's been attacking all of its neighbors.
Yeah.
All of its neighbors. Doesn't matter
Just
if they're
everyone
the
in
same
the area
religion.
goes shoot missiles at them.
They're just shooting missiles as randomly, it seems like, almost.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of its neighbors are pissed off. And so they know if they don't go in and help moderate Iran's leadership,
Yep.
that it would continue to happen. And so this is a good deal. Well, we'll see the final deal. And also, it's all based on, is the leadership in Iran that's left actually going to follow the deal? Well, you just have to make it.
Yeah, well, and that's the point. Is you should go listen to the press conference done by J.D. Vance. He explains it very well, and what he essentially says is, we got everything we wanted out of the deal, whether they follow it or not.
That's up to them.
So, the U.S. is in a position of, here's the peace deal. If you follow through on it, you get the benefits, and we're doing good too. if you don't follow through on it, we are still doing great. Oh, yeah, we should probably turn these lights on to make our faces better lit up.
Or the camera to work better.
So, and then I used to like him as a congressperson, and I don't know what happened to his brain. But Thomas Massey came out and decided to be an idiot. Again.
It's interesting to me that this $300 billion, it says USA undertakes with regional partners. He quotes the thing, but it's regional partners.
Yeah.
And that's the key there. Now, we don't know the final details because they have 60 days to work them out.
Yeah.
We don't know what they are, but we'll see.
What I find interesting is all the people who are like, this war is going to be another forever war. It's going to last forever. It's going to go on forever. Trump's terrible. He said he was never going to get back into a war. He's going to go on forever. Are the same people who have now said, this is a terrible deal. It's the worst deal. We should never have agreed to doing anything. How dare you sign on this? It's like, did you want a war or not?
Yeah.
I wanted it to be over.
Now, the sooner the better.
And you saw the gas prices are already...
And
they will continue to go down.
Crude is dropping like a rock.
Yeah, but the gas prices, even here in Utah, are down 50 cents almost.
Yeah, so that'll help.
So, in going to the midterms, it's going to be very beneficial, but I bet I'm as good at forecasting as anyone else.
I can make it up really good.
That means that I don't know what I'm talking about. But my guess is that gas is going to get below $3 before the end of the year.
Probably.
Well, except for in California.
Right. Except where they tax it, California, Illinois, to make it higher.
On purpose, to make you feel bad. So, yeah, that's Iran. I'm excited. I'm excited about the future.
So we got a couple of stories.
So we've got some awesome things coming out of the FTC. What's the FTC? Right. Tell us about that.
Federal Trade Commission, believe it or not.
What are they doing?
Well,
what are they doing?
It's interesting. The Federal Trade Commission doesn't normally step into this because of what its purview is.
Yeah.
But because of the blatant nature of what that's happened, they can step in.
Yep.
And if you notice, they filed an enforcement action for these guys making false and unsubstantiating claims. And some of those things were always used against parents. And one of them is that if you don't, your kid will commit suicide.
If you don't give them medicine, you don't give them the surgery, your kids are going to kill themselves.
Right. And it's higher than if they don't.
Which is an absolute
false.
lie.
Yeah.
And not only that, in court, what court case was it where they had to come out and literally say that was wrong?
I don't remember, but the other thing that they have false claims about is the puberty blockers.
Yeah.
They said, you can just go off of them and everything will be back to normal. No. Mm-hmm. It ruins their bodies. It makes their bones weak.
Yep.
It makes them never to go through puberty again. They'll never go through it if they're on it long enough.
It actually sterilizes them. The puberty blockers they're giving kids or sterilization drugs they've used on other people.
And the sad part about it is the mother's mental illness that is causing this on the children.
Mostly mothers, but I would say fathers are
complicit.
Complicit as well.
They're complicit, but it's you can see the statistics. Mostly, it's the mothers driving this, which is sad. Their mental illness is driving it. Yep. So on the same thing, but with
slightly different.
It's with the Civil Rights Division.
Yeah. Harmony Dilling, who she's been great in that position. She's doing a great job.
Yeah. They have promised that if a school secretly continues to withhold this information about their children's health and their children's convincing their children that they're not what they are, they will go after the school district.
Good.
And
they should just go after the state of California right now, though.
They have filed a couple of lawsuits against a couple of cities already.
Well, the
School
state of
districts.
California passed a law saying that they can hide it from parents.
And that's if you scroll down, there was maybe not on this one.
No, I think there is a lawsuit.
There's
There's definitely a lawsuit in there
Yeah.
for that.
But anyhow, good news because we've got 2 agencies of the federal government going after perpetrators of this crap.
Yeah.
And that's just crap. It's this evil.
It's demonic
because
evil.
It is evil to do
Child
that to a child.
sacrifice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's horrific.
In a related vein,
Yep.
pride. Now, I've always found it interesting that the liberals took one of the 7 deadly sins, which the 7 deadly sins don't exist in the Bible. Pride is a sin in the Bible, though, and have used it as, we love pride. It's great. It's like, it's very ironic. Fitting as well.
Yes, it's very fitting. It just shows their ignorance of
Yes.
biblical literacy.
Well, not just that, just life in general. Pride is a bad thing for a lot of reasons because it blinds you to reality.
Yeah.
If you put yourself on too high a pedestal, you can't see reality around you, and you make very bad decisions because of that. But what's happening in baseball?
On another note of the same type of thing is these pitchers in San Francisco just wrote Genesis 9:16 on their.
Which says what?
It says that God gave the rainbow as a promise not to flood the earth again. So they just literally just wrote their religious description on it of what it actually should be.
Yep.
And they have now been fined.
They've issued a warning to them.
But they've been fined as well.
They've been fined as well.
Yep. And so the Department of Justice has said
this is post about
that they're going to investigate this. Here's the reason is if it's a blanket statement that nobody can put anything on your clothing and you ban everybody from putting anything on their clothing, then that's okay as a business. But if you say everybody except the Christians can put stuff on the clothing,
which is this case,
that is not allowed by federal law.
Yeah, and you can't force your religious views. And I would fight in court if I were an attorney that pride is a religious view.
It is, absolutely. And it's a
And
violation of my religious views.
Correct. You cannot force
Right.
someone
so,
with other views to support
again,
your religious views.
Harmeet Dillon, which is the picture on this, that's
lady
her.
Here.
She has said, we're going to investigate and we're going to file lawsuits on this.
Which is good.
Which is great.
They definitely should.
Yeah, because they allowed BLM to write on their uniforms. They allowed all these other things to be put on their uniforms. And oops, when the Christians do it,
No,
can't
it's
do
bad. So this last story is, I just find a lot of fun in it. It's just been very enjoyable to get into and watch. So if you don't know, my generation definitely, we're huge Lego fans, and it's become this thing where Lego is, if you were to have purchased Lego, spent $50 $100 on Lego packages throughout your life and just kept them in their boxes, you would have a higher return than the stock market.
Right. I mean, for an example, if you'd have bought what's the Star Wars thing?
Yeah.
And just left it in the box, not opened it, it tripled in value in a year.
Yeah.
Because they quit making it.
Yeah. Same with Pokemon cards,
Yep.
but that's a different discussion.
Same thing.
But yeah, my generation, millennials, I'm an elder millennial. Okay. I have some status. An elder millennial.
You're old, all right.
Shh. Not old yet.
Oh, okay.
I have a year.
So in Utah, there's a store that you can do consignments.
Well, you can do a lot of things, but yeah.
But
they sell used.
They sell
Lego.
used Lego sets.
That's their big thing. They sell some other things as well, but mostly it's just used Lego.
Yeah.
And so they do consignments and everything like that. And so I'll switch these. There we go.
So this store got a consignment from.
So there's this guy
an older gentleman
who has cancer, consigned his massive Lego
Lego set.
collection
We're
to.
Roughly $200,000. Roughly.
There's different
Somewhere
estimates,
between
but yeah.
100 and 200.
To the store in Oregon.
No.
Yeah, no, it was consigned to a store in Oregon. I'll get there.
Okay.
I'll get you through the story. I like the story. Makes me happy. So this consigned this stuff to the story. We'll get back to this in a second. And so this lady who was around the store was selling them and paying out the guy. She had paid him like $10,000 so far. Tons more to go. And then Bricks and Minifigs, the corporation, because they do franchising. So this was a franchise. Did a hostile takeover of the store.
It wasn't in Oregon. It's in Lehigh.
No.
No, it's American Fork.
No. Trust me.
Okay.
It's in Oregon. The store was in Oregon. Did a hostile takeover of the store in Oregon and set their 2 henchmen in there to take it over. And the 200,000, the Lego collection that was consigned, disappears. So there's been a lot of people investigating it. So this guy, Reckless Ben, he's a YouTuber. You can look him up if you want. He started looking into it, get into it, and stuff like that. And so the Bricks and Minifigs is based in Utah, in American Fork, Utah. That's where it's based.
Okay.
And so he came here to talk to the CEO and such of Bricks and Minifigs. And so there's some videos of him going to their houses and things like that. And the American Force Police Department doing some very bad things. And then their police footage that they redacted and released somehow got all leaked unredacted, which is wonderful. So, my take, the CEO and the owners of Bricks and Minifigs are scam artists, and they're terrible people, and they lie through their teeth. There's a great... Did I not link it?
You did the Polymarket one.
Yeah, but there's a video. I will link a video if I can remember. There's a guy who does a great breakdown. He goes and looks into it. So what it looks like in general happened is the lady who owned the store sold more than she had paid out consignments. So her record keeping wasn't great, but she admits that in this video to this one guy. So the store should have paid out at least like $60,000 more to the consignor. But there was still another like $20,000 to $30,000 worth of merchandise that just disappeared. And so Bricks and Minifigs is saying we don't owe anyone anything, and they're currently suing the guy who consigned the goods, Reckless Ben, and a bunch of these other people for hurting their reputation.
And I expect the American Fork Police Department gets sued too.
They should. They definitely
by Reckless Ben.
Yes. So
because they lied.
This is going on. There's a bunch of, you should go look it up. This guy's got some good legal stuff on it. There's a bunch of different videos looking into it. This one guy, CoffeeZilla, he got the CEO and the COO of Bricks and Minifigs to talk to him, and he got them to lie to him, and then he proved that they were lying. It was hilarious on video.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
It's one of these weird stories that come out.
Yeah, but it's fun to watch.
It is.
It's
It'll
very fun
grind
to watch.
along for a bit of time.
And then, So now there's a Polymarket odds of, if the CEO will fire or resign by July 31st.
That's pretty soon.
I don't think he's going to, because he thinks he's right.
Yeah.
No. He thinks he will get away with it. That's a better way to put it. I think he knows what he did, and he doesn't care.
But even if that's not the case, whatever. But the lawsuits will take place. And I guarantee that's going to happen.
The other thing is if you don't know about lawsuits, there's this thing called discovery, and it's not one-sided.
Correct.
And that, just let me explain it for you. So if I sued you and you sued me, I could ask you for any reasonable stuff. It has to be reasonable. I can't be like, well, I'm suing you about a business, but I need to have copies of all your personal documentation. Right. That's not going to happen. But I can ask you for all
correspondence,
and all means all.
Yes,
emails,
text messages,
between these email addresses, text messages. Like, I can get it all, and if you do delete it, that's a crime.
Yeah.
And so going into a court like this, you have to understand that when you sue, there's going to be discovery. And yes, you get to do your discovery. That's kind of excited because you want to be able to find things. But they get to do this discovery on you.
Yep.
So they're going to find all kinds of fun stuff. So my expectation, if they have a reasonable lawyer, which they probably don't, is the attorney is going to be like, well, why don't you just drop the case and move on because you destroyed your brand.
Yeah.
If they go through the court case, I don't think Bricks and Minifigs is going to exist anymore as a company.
No, because they'd probably declare bankruptcy.
Because they destroyed their brand.
Yeah, because nobody's going to go and give them consignment.
Yeah, no one wants to franchise with them.
Right. I'm not going to do it.
So it's
So anyhow, it's an interesting story.
From a business perspective, let me just explain this. Even if you're in the right, and it would cost you $20,000 to $30,000 to make something go away, you have to understand that your actions could, defending yourself, blow up in your face. And so if you don't understand that, which they clearly didn't seem to understand, that
or if you don't have enough
bad would happen to them.
Yeah.
Is sometimes it's better to take the deal. Now, I'm not that type of person necessarily. Sometimes I am, but most of the time, if I am actually in the right, I'll fight.
Well, you kind of need to because it stops them.
Yes, but if you're if you're not in the right, the worst thing you can do is
keep
make
fighting.
a big deal out of it.
Because the more you fight, because these are civil lawsuits.
Yeah.
The more you fight, the more the other opposing attorneys' fees rack up.
Yes.
And if you lose, you get to pay all of those and
yes.
more.
Yes. So it's not a good idea. Don't. The only people who win in lawsuits are
lawyers.
Don't sue people for no reason.
Yep. Lawyers are that's it.
Now, you can win in a lawsuit, but it's not going to be monetarily. Most lawsuit ones aren't because you're not going to win enough money to recoup everything you went through. It's more of you've made a statement in public that you will defend yourself against X. And that can be worth something. But in this type of case, they ain't doing any of that. They have the worst press imaginable. Yeah. And every time they talk to anyone,
it gets worse.
It gets worse.
Yeah, it just does.
It's
get
wonderful.
Worse. It's crazy.
So, on to the science corner.
Yes.
Where it's always 90 degrees.
Correct. Unless
start sweating.
It's not a normal corner at the end. It could be 45.
Or 30. Or 31 degrees.
120.
Well, hopefully it's Celsius then. Well, not 120 because then you'd be dead.
Yeah, it'd be a little warm.
But if it's 30 degrees, hopefully it's Celsius because then you'll still be warm.
That's true.
Yeah. Tell us about it. What we got going on?
They found out the FDA has been lying to people, knowingly lying, that dietary fats were bad. And so what they said is, you can use sugar instead of fat.
And it's going to be fine. No, it's not.
Yeah. And so they've known about this for 16 years and they've been lying about it. And it's finally coming out. And there's a lot of other things that are coming out on a fairly regular basis about this stuff. This is the best thing one of the best things Trump has done is getting RFK Jr. in there.
Yeah, he's been
passionate.
Really good. So here's the thing. If you are unaware, your body does actually need sugar. If you're unaware. Back in the 50s and 40s or earlier, especially in like rural towns or in the middle of nowhere where, cowboys were and everything, you would buy candy because they needed it and would just like eat it.
Right.
You actually do need sugar in your diet.
Not what we eat.
It shouldn't be in everything, though.
Yeah.
And fat and protein are much more valuable.
Right. And fat makes you feel full. So I should be full because I'm fat.
It's good for you, though. It's good for you. It helps. It has the nutrients, and it's got a lot of good things in there. So
that's a good thing. There's your science corner for today.
Be happy about fat.
Exactly. Oh,
Me personally, my dad, I don't know if you're the same way, but I have a texture issue, so I have a really hard time eating like this fat on a steak or something. It's just
texturally, yeah.
But I'll eat it, in stuff. Like,
Right. If you get the right marbling.
Milk's real good too.
Yeah, but if you get the right marbling in the steak, you don't taste it like that.
That's true. That's true.
You've got to get the right steaks. So
That's true. Anything else you want to talk about today?
nope. I think we're good. This is probably the quickest we've wrapped up in a while.
Maybe we should stay on for another 2 hours.
No.
Just make them watch us.
And just sit here and just stare.
All right. Well, if you liked it, like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below or on any of our posts.
Even if you didn't like it and subscribe.
Well, exactly. And
there you go.
let us know in the comments if you didn't like us.
Yeah. We'll respond to comments.
We may or may not respond to you.
We'll respond. It
Well,
may
it
not be
depends on
what
when
you
you post
want, but we'll respond.
Share it with your friends, families, that random guy in the street, the homeless guy shooting up near you. Just share the videos.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Bye.